Tonight on Denver7 News at 6.
It is unfortunate.
The state health department gets lost in translation.
Sadly, this will contribute some way to more health inequities.
Vital information hasn't been updated in months, and the governor didn't appear aware of the issue until we told him about it.
We'll make sure that gets updated right away.
Plus, Colorado tweaks its mask mandate. Hundreds of thousands of Coloradans will no longer be required to wear them in most businesses.
New details in the murder of a Denver mom. Denver7 has learned the 14-year-old suspect has a criminal record that stretches several cases over several years.
I don't understand why he was out.
The CDC says fully vaccinated people are safe to travel. DIA expects millions will.
And we look forward to finding our place in the sun.
Good evening. Very glad you're spending part of your Friday with us. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter in for Ann Trujillo. The state says it's serious about getting the vaccine to underserved communities. If that's true, you'd think they'd at least update the website from time to time.
As Denver7's Patrick Perez reports, resources devoted to Spanish speakers haven't been touched in months. And that's not the only community being left behind.
If you're a Spanish speaker trying to get some information about the COVID-19 vaccine from the state's website, this is what one part of the website says as of Friday afternoon. Los habitantes de Colorado de 65 a 69 años de edad son elegibles para vacunarse comenzando el 8 de febrero. So if you don't speak Spanish, what does that mean? Well, pretty much the state is telling Spanish speakers that only people 65 and older can get the vaccine beginning February 8th. But that's no longer the case because we're now in April.
It is unfortunate. This will contribute some way to more health inequities.
Dr. Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher is with Servicios de la Raza, the Latino organization which began vaccinating its own community members at the end of January. And that's around the same time this part of the state's vaccine website for Spanish speakers was last updated.
Our people sometimes distrust the information that comes from the government, and this will only increase this distrust.
But it's not just Spanish speakers getting left behind. Some informational flyers for languages like Vietnamese and Somali were last updated at the beginning of March.
Whatever you're putting in one language has to be in the other language at the same time. So maybe it'll take a little bit of money or maybe just a little bit more supervision.
One and done. We caught up with Governor Jared Polis as he toured northern Colorado with one of the state's mobile vaccine buses designed to help people like Latinos get more access to the vaccine. He wasn't aware the state's website had outdated information.
I go on Spanish radio regularly. We have a Spanish Facebook and Twitter account, so we get a lot of information out. The other side of this bus is actually in Spanish, so we'll make sure that gets updated right away.
Other parts of the website are updated in Spanish, which may make this even more confusing for some. For the latest information, Dr. Gonzalez Fisher recommends Spanish speakers call the state's vaccine hotline, the Mexican consulate, or watch their local TV stations. In Denver, I'm Patrick Perez, Denver7.
Patrick, thank you. Late today, the state updated part of its website and said more information is coming. Governor Polis also announced several additional clinics, some designed specifically for people who speak Spanish or French.
And this story greatly benefited from the contributions of Denver7 digital reporter Oscar Contreras. He's written a Spanish language version of our comprehensive vaccine guide. Thank you, Oscar, and you'll find that on thedenverchannel.com.
If you live in one of the 31 largely rural counties in Georgia,